Samantha Maree, Prologue. Written and narrated by Z. Brown. Prologue. Dandelions. Out by the creek on Lazy Acre Drive lay fairy families that played and laughed amongst the willow trees. Each family carried legacies, with the eldest of fairies living up to 200 years in age. The king and queen of the fairies lived at the very end of the creek, with their kingdom nestled atop the branches inside the tallest willow tree. Unlike the other fairy families, theirs had the ability to change themselves from one form to another. They were an incredibly happy family, with 3 young fairies of their own. John, the eldest fairy prince who would one day rule the kingdom, brought much joy with his big heart and sense of humor. The king-to-be chose to move throughout his life in the form of a human being. He traveled outside of the kingdom often and frequently became bored with his life as a fairy. Danny, the fairy prince who was second in line to the royal chair, became the form of any and everything under the sun and night's sky, from the frogs in the creek to the breeze in the wind. Danny was everywhere. He was a very jealous prince, and at times despised his older brother for the love and admiration he received. He did not understand why his brother had so much pleasure as an anthropoid, and considered him ungrateful for leaving their kingdom so often. In fact, Danny wanted nothing more than to be in his brother's place, preparing to be king. Faith, the youngest and only princess, kept the embodiment of a fairy. She was tough, adventurous, and avoided the responsibilities bestowed upon her as a royal. She would watch the warrior fairies practice in awe, dreaming of the day she could become just like them.